Welcome to this lesson on the respiratory system and gas exchange. The respiratory system is one of the most vital systems in the human body, responsible for bringing oxygen into our bodies and removing carbon dioxide waste. This process, known as gas exchange, happens continuously throughout our lives, allowing our cells to produce energy and sustain life. In this video, we'll explore how the lungs and airways work together to exchange these crucial gases. The respiratory system has two primary functions. First, it absorbs oxygen from the air we breathe and delivers it into our bloodstream. Oxygen is essential because our cells need it to produce energy through cellular respiration. Second, the respiratory system eliminates carbon dioxide, which is a waste product produced by our cells during energy production. If carbon dioxide builds up in our body, it becomes toxic, so removing it is just as important as taking in oxygen. When you breathe, air follows a specific pathway through your body. First, air enters through your nose or mouth, where it gets warmed and filtered. Next, the air travels down the trachea, also called the windpipe, which is a tube that connects your throat to your lungs. From the trachea, air moves into the bronchi, which are two large airways that branch off into each lung. Finally, the air reaches the lungs themselves, where the actual gas exchange takes place in specialized structures we'll discuss next. The lungs are two spongy organs located in your chest cavity, protected by your rib cage. They have an elastic structure, which means they can expand and contract with each breath you take. Think of them like balloons that inflate when you breathe in and deflate when you breathe out. Inside each lung is a massive branching network that eventually leads to millions of tiny air sacs. These microscopic structures are where the magic of gas exchange actually happens. The tiny air sacs we just mentioned are called alveoli. Each lung contains approximately 300 million alveoli. These alveoli are the actual sites where oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged between your lungs and your blood. The alveoli are specifically designed for this purpose, with features that make gas exchange extremely efficient. Their enormous number and special structure give your lungs a surface area roughly the size of a tennis court, all packed inside your chest. Alveoli have three key structural features that make them perfect for gas exchange. First, their walls are ultra-thin, only one cell thick, which allows gases to pass through easily and quickly. Second, each alveolus is surrounded by a dense network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries, bringing blood very close to the air inside the alveoli. Third, the large surface area created by having hundreds of millions of alveoli maximizes the amount of gas exchange that can happen at any given moment. The gas exchange process happens in three main steps. Step 1 is inhalation, when oxygen-rich air enters the alveoli. Step 2 is diffusion, which is the actual exchange process. Oxygen crosses from the air in the alveoli into the blood in the surrounding capillaries. At the same time, carbon dioxide moves in the opposite direction, from the blood into the alveoli. Step 3 is exhalation, when the carbon dioxide-rich air is expelled from your lungs and leaves your body through your nose or mouth. It's important to understand the direction each gas moves during exchange. Oxygen moves from the alveoli into the bloodstream. Once in the blood, red blood cells carry this oxygen to all the cells throughout your body. Carbon dioxide moves in the opposite direction. It travels from the bloodstream into the alveoli. This carbon dioxide was produced by your body's cells as a waste product and carried back to the lungs by the blood. This two-way exchange happens simultaneously through a process called diffusion, where molecules naturally move from areas of high concentration to low concentration. Breathing is powered by a dome-shaped muscle located beneath your lungs called the diaphragm. The diaphragm controls breathing through two actions. When it contracts, it moves downward, creating more space in your chest cavity. This causes your lungs to expand and air flows in through your nose or mouth. When the diaphragm relaxes, it moves back upward, reducing the space in your chest cavity. This compresses your lungs, and air flows out. This rhythmic contraction and relaxation happens automatically, about 15 to 20 times per minute when you're at rest. Let's review the key points about gas exchange in the respiratory system. First, your lungs contain millions of alveoli, which are the specialized structures where gas exchange occurs. Second, oxygen moves into your blood while carbon dioxide moves out in a simultaneous exchange. Third, this exchange happens through diffusion across the thin walls of the alveoli. And finally, the diaphragm muscle powers your breathing movements, contracting to bring air in and relaxing to push air out. Together, these components work seamlessly to keep your body supplied with oxygen and free from carbon dioxide waste every moment of your life.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.